Hey everybody, it's a beautiful Friday afternoon here in Tallahassee, Florida. I am off the road for the first time in what seems like a very long time. I'm wishing everybody a great Veterans Day weekend. Take a time tomorrow to remember the service of folks around this country throughout the generations who have put themselves on the line for the Constitution and for individual liberty and for democracy and for this republic. Because there are an awful lot of people right now who don't believe in those things anymore. And it's sad. And the folks who don't believe in it are telling you every day what they're going to do. And it's not just Donald Trump and his sort of claque of weird arsonist, Bannonite uh, political terrorists. It's also folks like the Heritage Foundation who are laying out a very gentrified blueprint of a government revolution that Trump and his side wants to accomplish. They would like to eliminate the civil service as it currently exists and replace it with something run by Donald Trump. They would like to weaponize every aspect of the government and use it to punish their political enemies and reward their allies. And to be perfectly frank, it's the kind of thing that Republicans and conservatives are very, very good at. And I'm wondering sometimes if a lot of our Democratic friends and allies haven't really understood yet that when the party on the other side makes a plan, they execute on it. The Democrats acted surprised when Roe versus Wade was finally overturned, but the Republicans told you every single year they were going to overturn Roe v. Wade. So right now, when Donald Trump tells you he's going to use the power of government to punish his enemies, that he's going to exercise retribution and vengeance as president, you should believe him. I most certainly believe him. I don't believe him in much, but I certainly believe him in this one. Um, when you look at the fact that there is an entire sort of obsessive planning operation going on well ahead of time, well in advance, you should understand that these folks are serious, that the election coming up for them is existential, just as it's existential for us. And they believe that if they can seize the reins of government, they can move quickly once and for all to impose, not persuade, but to impose a form of government in America that is anathema to anybody who really believes in the Constitution, really believes in freedom, really believes in liberty, really believes in the rule of law. And it worries me. I have to be honest. It is something that I think about a lot. I'm already on the list. And that's not bragging or boasting. I'm on the list. Bill Barr was told by the White House to investigate me and other Lincoln Project officials in the fall of 2020. Now, he didn't get to it apparently, as far as we can tell, but the fact that somebody had to reach out to me and say, by the way, you're on the list, they're after you, and that Bill Barr and the DOJ were asked by the White House to investigate and pursue you should concern you. Because remember, as much as Bill Barr was a corrupt and corrupting influence in Washington, Bill Barr won't be around next time. They're going to choose someone much worse for Attorney General. They're going to choose someone who's going to make Matt Whitaker look like a picture of moral and behavior. This is a very, very dark moment ahead if they take power. It's one of the reasons I fight this stuff every day, folks. It's one of the reasons the Lincoln Project gets up every day and does this, that I write about it, talk about it, communicate with people about it every single day. As for that, though, folks, I do want to wish you once again take a good weekend. This was a good week for America, a good week for American democracy. When the Republicans are reduced to bragging about holding the governorship of Mississippi and capturing the Suffolk County Long Island executive seat, that's a pretty good day. Um, Dobbs and democracy really won for this country this weekend or this week. And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of planning to be done, a lot of hard work ahead. But in Virginia, in Kentucky, and in Ohio, this week demonstrated just what can be accomplished when people actually get down to business and do that work. That is behind me, Jane. She's very lovely. She's one of the sweetest dogs you ever hope to meet in your life, but she does spin around like a gyroscope at all times. Anyway, thanks again, folks. I look forward to seeing you again next week. I may post a little bit over the weekend. I have two big essays coming up for you next week that I think you will find interesting. Until then, thanks to everybody in my Substack community. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm trying to catch up with some of the comments given all the hard travel this week. Thanks again, folks, and I'll talk to you soon.